I am Aligir Lingappa, Assistant Professor in Physics, Government Postgrad College, Siruguppa. Today's my chapter is diffraction of light. So now I will discuss about determination of wavelength of light by plane diffraction grating. A previous class we discussed about what is grating, how the grating can be manufactured, then which are the different types of grating, then the theory of gratings, and so on. So let us discuss the determination of wavelength of light by plane diffraction grating. Then what about the aim of the experiment? The same thing so-called determine the wavelengths of different colors in the mercury spectrum using diffraction grating by the minimum deviation method. Then which are the apparatus required for the determination of wavelength of different colors? So spectrometer, a spirit level, a reading lens, diffraction grating, and mercury lamp. So these are the equipments we must need for the study of, for the determination of wavelength of different colors. So by using plane diffraction grating. Now you see the diagram, the arrangement of the equipments. So which consists of mercury lamp, then a spectrometer, which has three important parts, say colorimeter, telescope, and then the grating table. So where the grating table which can be fixed on the grating is fixed on the grating table with the help of grating holder. So the mercury lamp, colorimeter, and the telescope grating all are arranged in the linear path. So called the light, white light, so called polychromatic light from the mercury lamp is made to incident on the colorimeter. So then further the narrow beam of light from the colorimeter is made to incident on the plane diffraction grating, where the incident light which gets diffracted, then the diffraction that can be viewed with the help of telescope. If we viewed that diffraction pattern, so which consists of a central bright band and on either side of the central bright band, so the number of spectra they are formed. Say first order spectra, second order spectrum, third order spectrum, like that. So this is what the equipment or the experimental arrangement. So we need for the study of, for the determination of, so wavelengths of different colors by using plane diffraction grating. So you are given what about the procedure for the determination of so-called wavelength of light. So first what we know that preliminary adjustments of the spectrometer. So to begin with, whether the telescope and the scale table are free to rotate or not. So that is the first step of the procedure. Is being under clamp, they are set free. The moving tubes in both the telescope and collimator are withdrawn completely into the enclosing tubes by operating the rack and pinion screw. So first is check the spectrometer, then the telescope, then the collimator. If they are free to rotate or not. And then the telescope and collimator are withdrawn completely into the enclosing tubes by operating the rack and pinion screw. So further, the eyepiece, if being is a drawn out condition, is also pushed completely into the moving tube in the telescope. Then looking through the eyepiece, the crosswire wires are observed against a plain background such as wall nearby. So that means the first the telescope which can be focused to the distant object. So with the help of a rack and pinion screw, it can be adjusted till we will get the clear image of that distant object in the field of view. So called the adjustment of spectrometer. And then it can be aligned with the collimator, then focus that. Then you see the crosswire. If crosswires are not seen sharp, then eyepiece is slowly drawn out of the inner tube till they appear sharp. The telescope is then turned towards an object which is at a distance of 10 meters or more. And its inner tube is slowly drawn outwards by operating the rack and pinion screw till a clear image of the object is obtained. After which the rack and pinion screw should not be operated anymore for any reason. Once we set the telescope to the distant object, if it operates till we will get the clear image of that distant object. Once we set, then it should not be operate anymore for any reason until the end of the experiment. So then further, the position of the spectrometer on the table is adjusted such that the axis of the collimator is directed towards the mercury lamp. Both the scale table and the grating table are made horizontally with the help of a spirit level, where usually the spirit level that can be used to check the leveling of the grating table. So with the help of that, we can be able to leveling that grating table, so horizontally. So looking directly through the collimator, the slit is made narrow with the help of the side screw. The telescope is aligned along the collimator and the two are made coaxially and horizontally. By operating the control screws forwarded below the tubes, now the slit's image in the collimator is viewed through the telescope, at which time it appears hazy. Then the collimator's rack and pinion screw is operated till the slit's image becomes sharpest, after which the position of the inner tube in the outer tube should be maintained undisturbed. Since under this condition, conditionally, a parallel beam is divided from the collimator. So the whole thing, so preliminary adjustment of the spectroscope, uh, how this telescope which can be adjusted, then the collimator which can be adjusted with the help of screw in the collimator, so that can be adjusted till we will get sharpest narrow slit. So like that. Experimental details. Now let us discuss about the experimental details. The grating stand is fixed to the grating table, which in turn is fixed at a proper height into the scale table. The diffraction grating is now inserted firmly into the clip of the grating stand with its rulings in vertical positions. So here the grating is fixed on the grating table such that the rulings are vertical to the grating table, are perpendicular to the grating table, such that between collimator and a telescope is placed between a collimator and a telescope with the help of a clamp or the grating stand or grating holder. Then the plane of the grating, so the grating table is turned so that the plane of the grating comes more or less to a normal position to the axis of the collimator. So where the grating should be perpendicular or normal to the axis of the collimator. Then watching through the eyepiece, then the telescope is slowly turned away from the directory path towards whichever side it is convenient. Till the spectral lines are observed, this set of lines observed constitute the first order spectrum. When the grating, if it is placed perpendicular or normal to the collimator, then you turn the telescope either maybe left or right, whatever you want. So till we will get the spectral lines in the field of V, we will get the set of lines, set of colors observed. So that constitutes the first order spectrum. If we move further, then we will get another set of lines, another set of colors observed. So they constitute the second order spectrum. So like that we will get the number of order spectrum in the field of V. But the intensity of the first order spectrum is more when compared to the second order spectrum. The intensity of the second order spectrum is more when compared to third order spectrum. So that means as we move from first order spectrum to the neighboring second, third or fourth order spectrum, the intensity of the spectrum goes on decreases, such that in this way the diffraction pattern, so the set of lines, the set of colors we will get in the field of a telescope, in the field of V. To arrive the minimum deviation position, the telescope position is adjusted till any one of the lines. Say the green line appears in the central region of the field of V. The telescope is stationed there. Now without moving the telescope, looking through it, the scale table is first of all given a small rotation to understand in which direction the green line would move, and then turn slowly in a direction which is forward to make the line move towards the directory path. The turning is maintained till the green light heads momentarily at opposition nearest to the directory path. Then reverses its direction of movement. The scale table is clamped at the position where the reversal of movement occurs. So first the spectrum is set into the minimum deviation position. Then what is minimum deviation position? If a telescope moved one direction such that the spectra, if it moved in the opposite direction, then such a position is called a minimum deviation position. Then with the help of telescope movement, coincide the crosswire to the green line. So now then the telescope is now moved till its vertical crosswire is set against yellow or maybe red or maybe blue or maybe green. So for any color, say yellow one line. The reading for the same is taken through one of the two readings windows, which is in a convenient position. Similarly, the readings for each of the colors are also noted through the same window in the sequence listed in the tabular column. So then the telescope now moved till its vertical crosswire is set against yellow one color. Then note on the corresponding reading, MSR reading, CVD in the window of the scale. Then calculate what about the total reading. So total reading which is equal to MSR plus CVD into LC. So then again the crosswire is set against yellow 2, then green, so then blue, and then violet, then red, so like that. Then take down the readings for each color and the sequence listed in the what about the tabular column. So finally the telescope is brought back to come in line with the colorimeter, and the readings are not say called a direct reading. Is taken with the vertical crosswire coincident with the white slit image. All the readings with respect to different colors and the direct readings, so all they are tabulated and angle of minimum deviation D, so which can be determined D is equal to R minus R naught, is computed for all the colors. The value of the greeting constant C is equivalent, evaluated first by using the equation. So equation now, so here given with the help of that equation, so the greeting constant C which can be evaluated. So then look here, now this is the expression or equation for the determination of what grading constant. C is equal to n lambda g by 2 sine of dg by 2, where dg that indicates the minimum deviation for green color, where n, so for first order spectrum say n is equal to 1. Lambda g here given the wavelength of green color, say 5461 into 10 power of minus 10 meter is the wavelength of green light. Then dg is the angle of minimum deviation for green line. Using the value of C, the wavelength of lambda of the other colors are evaluated using the equation lambda is equal to 2c sin theta by sin d by 2 by n, where d is the angle of minimum deviation for the considered colored lines. So what here given, C is equal to n lambda d by lambda g by 2 sine of dg by 2. We are substituting the values of n lambda g and dg. Here n is 1 for first order spectrum, lambda g here given 5461 into 10 power of minus 10 meter. dg which can be determined with the help of the experiment, d is equal to R difference R naught. Then substituting all those values, then determine what about the a grating constant as I see. So with the help of that grating constant, by using the below equation, lambda is equal to 2c sine of d by 2 by n, we can able to calculate, determine the wavelength of different colors. Where d is the angle of minimum deviation for the considered colored lines. So lambda wavelength, then c grating constant, the angle of minimum deviation, then n, that indicates the harder spectrum. So now we see the tabular column. So first vertical crosswise position for yellow 1, yellow 2, green, blue, violet 1, violet 2, and then red is different colors. Readings of the spectrometer, so minimum deviation and direct reading. So for different colors, say MSR and then the CVD, then calculate total reading. Total reading, we know that R is equal to MSR plus CVD into LC. By knowing the values of MSR, CVD and LC, then substituting in that expression, so then I calculate what about the total reading for different colors at a minimum deviation position. Then here the next one is direct reading. So when the crosswire, if it is focused, that means the telescope, it is focused to the white narrow band or narrow slit. Then when you take the MSR reading and CVD and then calculate the direct reading, R0 is equal to MSR plus CVD into LC, is substituting all those values in that expression, so then calculate the direct reading. Then angle of minimum deviation. So then we know that the minimum deviation, that means the reading for different colors at minimum deviation position and also direct reading. So the difference that gives the angle of minimum deviation. So D is equal to R difference R0. Then determine or they calculate whatever the angle of minimum deviation for different colors by using these readings. For yellow 1, for yellow 2, green, blue, violet 1, violet 2. So with the help of that expression, D is equal to R difference R0. So then finally, then the last column, so just look there, valence of the colors. Where the expression, we know that the valence of the colors lambda is equal to 2c sine of d by 2. So where n is equal to 1, so because of first order spectrum, then we know that the value of C is, so how that can be calculated. So that means that value is substituted here. Then sine of d by 2. For violet 1, say d by 1. For violet 2, the angle of minimum deviation d by 2. For green dg, for blue db, for violet db1, for violet 2 db2. So like that, then the substituting d by 2 for different colors, then calculate whatever the valence of each color. Then they note down in the tabular column. So the valence for yellow 1 color, the valence for yellow 2 color, the valence for green color, the valence for blue color, and then the violet 1, violet 2. So like this, we can able to determine the valence of different colors by using a plane diffraction grating and a spectrometer. So now we are given formula what we used in this experiment. C is equal to again n lambda g by 2 sine dg by 2, where C is grating constant. So with the help of this, we can able to determine the grating constant. Here the grating constant means the distance between two consecutive rulings. Where n is the order of spectrum, so for first order n is equal to 1, lambda g is the wavelength of green color 5461 angstrom, so r into 10 power of minus 10 meter. This is the angle of deviation for a green color. Then by substituting all those values in the above equation, then we can able to determine the grating constant. So then the second formula we have used in this experiment is lambda is equal to 2c sine d by 2 by n, where lambda is the wavelength of the considered color, d is the angle of minimum deviation of the corresponding ray, corresponding color. So these are the two equations we have used to determine the wavelength of different colors in this experiment. Then the least count of spectrometer, value of 1 MST, then total number of EST. The least count of spectrometer is the value of 1 MST by total number of ESDs, then the least count of a spectrometer. So by observing these things in the scale of this spectrometer, then usually the spectrometer which contains a circular scale, that means main scale and then the vernier scale. Then just note down whatever the value of 1 MST, then write there, then the total number of EST. Then substituting in the below equation, so called least count of spectrometer, which is equal to value of 1 MST by total number of EST. So the least count of spectrometer, which is equal to, then write there what about its value. So then the final touch of the experiment is a result. What about the result obtained in this experiment? That means what about our aim of the experiment? The wavelength of different colors, that means various colors in the mercury spectrum are determined and entered in the tabular color. So this is the result obtained in this experiment. So in this class we discussed about the determination of wavelength of different colors with the help of spectrometer and then the plane diffraction grating. Thank you.